Good morning, everybody. Got another excuse me, got another sunrise chat going on. Just got okay, the audio's good. Always check your audio when you go live. Easiest way to do it is on your phone if you don't have multiple monitors. My hat's all crooked. Just got done doing dishes as every man should do dishes. I know a lot of men are like, dishes is a woman's job. Well, you make the dishes dirty, don't you? If you lived on your own, you'd have to wash your own dishes. You'd have to clean your own floors. You'd have to wash your own laundry. Have to clean your own bathroom. Well, you should. Trust me, I know some men don't. I remember back when I was managing the bar. Oh, hang on. I ain't even got it pulled up yet. Hang on here. So, of course, this is State Farm Stadium where the Arizona Cardinals play. It's supposed to look like a rattlesnake coiled up. It's a very cool stadium. And the coolest thing I ever did there was me and my wife and my daughter and a bunch of our friends went to see Metallica there. They sold that arena out and it was packed. Bad part was we were driving a silver four-door Buick, 2001 Buick Regal. Looked like every other silver four-door Buick anywhere. And as you can see, there's a great big number 2 right in front of you. Well, we didn't realize where we had parked. And we come out a different door. And I hadn't had a cigarette in a long time. My cigarettes were in the car. So we were walking around, and of course the car was it didn't have a clicker, so I couldn't do anything there. You had to use a key to open the door. But yeah, it literally took us like an hour to find the car. Okay, this is a different view of downtown Phoenix. This is pointing to the northwest. That right in front of you there, that's the Footprint Center where the Phoenix Suns play. And as you can see, we got a lot of cloud cover. The white and silver building is a apartment building. This building right next to it, this more of a tannish color one, is a apartment building. The one straight up from that's got the green thing on top of it, that's an apartment building. Basically, Phoenix can't build apartments fast enough. And I know everybody's griping about the cost of rent here. You could hardly find a 2-bedroom, 2-bath apartment in a decent area for less than $1,800 a month. I mean, you can rarely find them. There's waiting lists on really nice places that are $3,000 a month for a 2-bed, 2-bath, like 1,000 square feet. And it's going to happen everywhere else because 5 years ago, Phoenix wasn't like this. But it's super, super hard to find a apartment complex that isn't smoke free. And what do they mean? What was the cause of the whole smoke free for everywhere, the legalization of marijuana. Because trust me, you go to places that aren't smoke free, and all you smell is weed. All you smell is weed. Now, I used to smoke weed all the time, but I wasn't one of those type of people to where I smoked weed like I smoked cigarettes. I don't understand that. You don't need to smoke that much weed. But yeah, it's going to be a interesting weekend because we're supposed to get historic amounts of rainfall on June 1st. The news put it out there that the last time we got any rainfall, any measurable amount of rainfall on June 1st was 1914. And that was like a 16th of an inch. Basically, you spit on the ground, all that was measurable rainfall. Depending on what news site you're looking at, they're calling from a half inch to an inch and a half. A half inch will mess Phoenix up. An inch and a half will really mess it up. Because a lot of people here don't maintain their vehicles. They drive around on ball tires, they drive around with windshield wipers that don't do anything because it's like, oh, well, it only rains during monsoon season, so I only need to get windshield wipers during monsoon season. No. Me and my wife buy wipers for our car every 2 months off of Amazon for the 3-pack. The driver's side, the passenger side, which are two totally different sizes, and the itty bitty, like 10-inch long one that's in the back. It's like $25. Super cheap. And they're the same ones that auto parts stores sell. And the auto parts stores sell them for a lot more because Toyota switched in 2019 on certain models, my little CHR being one of them, to using the Lexus windshield wiper mounting, which made the wipers go up because now it's wipers that can go on a Lexus. I asked the guy at the parts store, I'm like, why is the driver's side wiper, which is like a 28-inch long wiper, it's a big, long windshield wiper, and he was wanting like $38 for it. I'm like, why is it so much? And he said that, and I was like, really? I'm like, well, show me one for a 2017 Camry. So he goes and grabs one, totally different mounting system. It wasn't as fancy. And I was like, oh. But I guess that happens to a lot of car makes when they're all like, oh, well, let's make it a little bit fancier and let's put the luxury brand products on it. Now I wish GM would do that. I was looking through Facebook Marketplace earlier and I saw a 2023 Cadillac Escalade V, which in the Cadillac brand, the V is their hopped up fast one. And it was like, it had like 30,000 miles on it. A person was wanting like $125,000. And I'm like, holy shit, that's a lot. But then I looked at the interior pick, except for the screen and the center console, it looked like the same interior as a Chevy Suburban. Chevy is, well, the same as Ford. They're all parts bin cars. You get a fancy Lincoln. It's got the same turn signal as a Ford F-150 base model. Same shit. Yeah, we're supposed to get a lot of rain, which I will do the videos about it. Because whenever it rains, I turn into Weatherman Broken Patriot. Let me see if I can find some weather here. Of course, I click on Facebook. Here we go. So let's pull this up as we're waiting for the weather. Let's find some volume.
Substantially, but this will be the fuel that we need to get some rain showers here in the desert. Looks like Saturday could see a couple of dry thunderstorms. Those are scary. Those can cause fires sometimes, but rain should move in by Sunday morning. That's a projection. And then Sunday evening, 7 o'clock, some of those darker greens indicating a nice, solid, steady rain. It's been about a year since we've seen this, lingering on into potentially Monday morning. What are the computer tools saying right now? One says more than a half an inch. The other one says about a half an inch. So we'll see how this thing shakes out. But if you have weekend plans, probably tomorrow the better looking day for that. Hey, it's exciting. We can always use the rain in this.
Yep, everybody always says that we could always use the rain, which is true. For those of you that don't know, the Phoenix, Arizona area is known for having over 300 days of sunshine every year. You basically don't have to check the weather if you're planning something like at a city park or something. It's going to be nice. Might be hot, but it's going to be nice. They should be turning the camera here soon. Well, I wish it would just stay on longer. Oh, and they that white and silver apartment building with the pool on the bottom, that is called Sky on 6. Very expensive. And of course, smoke free. I called them just curious. I was like, what happens if you're caught smoking on the property? Well, the first thing is you get a warning. Second time is you get a 5-day eviction notice to get the fuck out. And then your deposit, which is 1 month's rent, which is at a lot of these places is probably around $2,000 a month. They take the deposit for cleaning fees. Now, if you are a smoker like I am, oh man, my nose is itching. There's a product that you can go to Dollar Tree and buy. It's in an orange bottle. It's called LA's Totally Awesome Orange. If you buy it in the refill bottle, you can mix it half and half and spray it on your walls and wipe your walls off, and it will make cigarette smoke run off of your walls. I have 2 air purifiers here in my studio. One's on my desk and one's on the floor over here. They're the Ionic Breeze Quadras. They work amazing. Once a week, I have to clean the cigarette smoke off of them. You spray that stuff on there, and it will make that sticky cigarette smoke that just laughs at every other cleaner I sprayed on it. It will make that cigarette smoke, sticky residue just run off. Have you ever wondered why I turn my head either to the left or to the right? It's the simple fact that I have 3 monitors here. And I've never measured the distance because how they get the measurements for a television screen or any kind of a screen, it's at an angle. But I'm betting from the corner of this one to the upper corner of the one on my right, it's probably 65 inches. And no, I'm not bragging about that. It's just I can never use just one screen. I don't see how people just use one screen. And I've actually got 4 here. I got a 27 in the middle and 2 22-inch monitors, one on the left and one on the right. And then I got a 32-inch television above me that's hooked to my PC also. But hopefully soon they'll be flipping the camera. Because it is like seriously cloudy. Because we got all that weather coming in because of the tropical storm. And it's gonna wreak havoc. Like it, oh my god, it's gonna mess up everything. For one thing, it's gonna catch people off guard that are on the road driving when it starts raining. That is the first 5 minutes after it starts raining is the slickest time that the roads are. Why is that? Well, most cars. My car doesn't, but most cars leak fluids, oil, transmission fluid, power steering fluid, and it just sits on the pavement. Well, we all know from science class that water and oil don't mix. And say you take a cup, just a plastic cup that you can see into. You pour water and oil into it. So you say it's a 16-ounce cup, and you pour 4 ounces of water and 4 ounces of motor oil in that cup, and you shake it up. It's going to look like chocolate milk. But if you set it down and let it sit, the oil will separate from the water and the oil will come to the top. That's what it does on the roads. When it rains, it makes the oil rise to the surface and it makes the road super slick, especially for these idiots that think that they don't need to buy new tires for their car. Now I know everybody's like, my nose is so itching. Now I know everybody's like, well, broken tires are expensive. Yes, I know. Trust me. My Toyota has a very unique size of tire. A 235 45 18. Very unique size. And when you have a unique size car tire, they want a premium for them. Each tire on my car, the tires that we just put on there like a few months ago, were like $250 each. Luckily, we only had to put 3 on there because one of them we had put on like 6 months ago. So we just had them put that tire on the back. Because on a front wheel drive car, well, basically any car, you want to put the good tires on the front. You want to be able to turn. If you've ever hydroplaned, you know that it's the scariest thing ever. Not being able to stop, not being able to turn because the water is picked your tires up off the ground. But I use Discount Tire because if you've got decent credit, Discount Tire has a credit card where you ain't got to pay anything out of pocket up front. You just make a monthly payment like a regular credit card bill. That's how we got, over almost $800 worth of tires on our car just by making the payments. We put the Falken, F-A-U-L-K-E-N, Falken Pros on it. Great tire. But it's also a summer tire. It's a 65,000 mile tire. And when you're living where me and my wife live here in Phoenix, you need a summer tire because that asphalt, those videos that you've seen online of people frying an egg on the sidewalk, that's true. I want to get me one of those little laser temperature things just to show the temperature of stuff. Because I bet in August. And if you wonder why the camera just changed, that was because there was enough light to change the ISO in the camera. Don't ask me to explain what ISO is. I just know that a lower number is darker and a higher number is lighter. It's letting more light in. But I bet in August, say August 1st, one of them days where it's 115. At 3 o'clock in the afternoon, that asphalt parking lot is, I'm betting, 180 degrees. Like you can feel the heat when you walk from the sidewalk to the asphalt. You can feel the heat difference. Well, come on, turn the camera. Like you can fry an egg on the sidewalk, you can fry it on the asphalt, you can fry it on your car. People have baked cookies in their car. They put the cookies on a cookie sheet, they lay it on the dashboard, and like 5 hours later, the middle of the afternoon, the cookies are done. It gets that hot. Which is why, back to the whole tire thing, if you've got these, tires that work good in the snow, well, the reason why they work good in the snow is the same reason why snow boots have a softer sole than dress shoes. Because the snow boots grip the ice and snow better than a pair of dress shoes. Tires are the same way. It's the hardness of the tread. Well, you take those soft tread compound tires that would work great where it snows and ice and everything. You bring them here to Phoenix and you drive on these streets for one summer, your tires are shot. And also, if you go around the corner like a freeway on ramp, you can feel your tires being squishy because your tires are basically half melting as you're driving. And a harder compound, higher mileage summertime tire costs more. Back when we had our 2014 Toyota Tacoma, I put Michelin LTS tires on it. Basically Michelin truck tires. They were expensive. But after, 50,000 miles, the tires still look new. But if you were to take those tires and drive on snow and ice and stuff, you're going to slide everywhere. But say you put some off-road tires on it that, grip good off-road and on snow and ice, and you drive on the pavement here, you're going to cut the life expectancy of those tires in half. In half. I know I just watched, prior to me going and doing dishes, I watched the latest Cletus McFarland video. Chevy called him out to a test track to test out the new C8 Corvette ZR1. Man, that car is amazing. Street legal car. It's got over 1,000 horsepower. V8 twin turbo rear engine, over 1,000 horsepower. And with a passenger in the car on street tires. The same tires when you go and pick the car up at the Chevy dealer. They were Michelin Pilot Sport 4Rs. God awful expensive tires. I wouldn't even want to know what the back tires of that car cost because they're the biggest tires Michelin makes, the widest tires. They were a 345 wide. Tires were like as wide as my monitor. But he was on the straightaways. He was hitting 170, 180 miles an hour in a car that is about $170,000 car. Now, I know everybody's going to say, $170,000, that's expensive. Not for that level of a car. That is cheap. Because if that car had a different badge on it, say a Ferrari or a Lamborghini badge, it'd be a $300,000 car. I have said for years that I will never buy one of these fancy supercars unless Toyota made one and it was truly a Toyota. Because there's the light rail at the bottom of your screen. Because it's just stupid to spend $300,000 on a car that once you put 25,000 miles on it, the value is half of what you paid for it. Because nobody wants a high mileage supercar. Nobody. Because all you're going to be doing is taking it to the shop and having it fixed. Spending a few $1,000s to get the oil changed. It's stupid. I don't know if they're going to turn the camera or not. Let's see if they turn the camera at the Cardinal Stadium. Nope, it's still pointing at the Cardinal Stadium. But I hope that they turn it, because it's going to be an amazing sunrise with all the clouds. I was hoping that by doing a sunrise live stream that I get more people in here watching. But I guess I'm not the happy, bubbly, sit around your virtual campfire and sing Kumbaya type of person. Never have been, never will be. Okay, come on, cameraman. And it is Saturday. I'm loving it. My wife should be getting home in about an hour and a half. And as for the Facebook Marketplace guy yesterday, he never showed up. I am so sick and tired of people on Facebook Marketplace being flakes. We messaged back and forth like 10 times, and then nothing. And I always put in my ads, and a lot of people do. If the ad is up, it's still available. And everybody's like, is this still available? Is this still available? Did you read my ad? And yes, that's a big screen on the side of that building. I don't know the size of it, but it's freaking humongous. I remember the first time I was driving past there in the dark, and that screen went from being dark to being light. It scared the crap out of me, because I thought somebody was coming out of somewhere and gonna hit me. Like the first time after I moved here, I got a job driving truck. And it was straight up noon, middle of the day. And I was cruising on I-10 past the Sky Harbor International Airport. Then all of a sudden, a big jumbo jet comes in. Well, I didn't know it was a jumbo jet. I had the stereo cranked up, the windows were rolled up, and the air was on. And all of a sudden, this big, humongous shadow goes over my truck. Freaked me out. And the person next to me saw that I was freaked out. I was like, what the fuck? And he just motioned like this. And I was like, ah. And I turned and looked, and I'm like, there was a plane landing. He was just over there laughing. Come on, turn the camera. Ugh. Another reason why we're moving is we have had 2 work orders in. That this coming Monday will be 2 weeks that we've had these work orders in. One to fix our washing machine that doesn't want to start. It will start if you stand there and mess with it for 15 minutes. And the second work order is to fix our kitchen sink faucet. Had these work orders in for 2 weeks. They haven't came to fix them. We've had a work order in since we moved here. A year and a half ago, we filled out this work order. That the dryer vent has a giant hole in it. It's not my responsibility to slide the dryer out, and fix the damn vent. After my apartment and the neighbor's apartment flooded, their guest bathroom door got wet. It swelled up and was sticking. And these cheap hollow core doors, when they start sticking, it will rip the door apart. It took them over a year for maintenance to come out and fix their damn door. And I was sitting there watching maintenance walk in and out, in and out, in and out, like 5 times with that damn door. Like, I guarantee you the door on their guest bathroom is the exact same size as the door is on my guest bathroom. Same size. They should have those in stock here. At least that's how I think. Because if I was a manager or the owner of a place, I'd want to get shit fixed right now. So I would have refrigerators, microwaves, stoves, washers and dryers, doors, windows, because all of our windows are the same size. I'd have all this stuff just stacked up, at least like 3 of each. So, say somebody's refrigerator goes out in the middle of the night and you call emergency maintenance. Maintenance comes over, checks it. Yeah, your fridge is out. They go, they grab a new one, they bring it to you, swap all your stuff over to the new fridge, plug the new fridge in, slide it back in the hole, and Bob's your uncle, and you're back up and going. But that requires thinking. And my wife has said it, and my daughter said it, that it's pretty bad that I seem to be smarter than most people. Now, I know that sounds very bragging, but those of you that know me know that I have survived 2 strokes. The second stroke about took my life. I mean, I had to check myself out of the hospital. Like if I was going to die, I was going to die at home. I'm not going to die in a hospital bed. Had to argue with the doctors, argue with my insurance. After 3 hours of saying, you either bring me the papers to sign, or I'm just going to walk out the fucking door. I'm like, I've already called my neighbor. He's out in a parking lot in my car waiting on me. This is just all up to you. And I told my insurance that, hey, every day that I'm in here, it's costing you guys a lot of money. Now, the first week that I was in there, they were doing all the tests and everything. They got me stabilized and everything. But the second week was just monitoring me. I was literally laying there in the hospital bed, taking my meds in the morning and watching television. That was it. Well, I could take my meds in the morning and watch television at home and not cost the insurance company, I don't know how freaking much, because I was in the cardiac floor. I don't know if they're going to turn this camera or not. I was hoping that they would turn it. But yeah, I had to check myself out, and I've always had really good business sense. And it's not the business sense of, oh, I need to go out and spend all this money. Like, say that I was going to go into business being a landscaper. Well, yeah, you can go out and buy your brand new lawnmower, weed eater, chainsaw, hedge trimmer, all the landscaping tools, a brand new trailer to tote everything around in, and a brand new truck to tow that trailer around in, and spend $200,000+. Or you can go buy used stuff if you search for it and maybe spend $75,000. Like that Buick Regal I had when I was closing down all these stores, Sears, Kmart, Toys R Us, Babies R Us. I really needed a truck because I'd have to carry stuff to each store. The lumber to make the signs for the guys to stand out on the corner, all the sign stuff. I didn't buy a truck. What did I do? I bought clamp on roof rack bars for the top of my Buick. They're like the ones that you would put a bicycle on or a kayak and stuff on. They just clamp on to where the top of your door is. And that's what I used. I strapped the lumber and stuff up on the top of my car. I didn't need to go out and buy a truck or anything. And that car was paid for. And that was probably the last year that GM made anything good. That was 2001 or 2 Buick Regal. Me and my wife had that car for 3 years and put 150,000 miles on it. It ran flawlessly. And it wasn't drove nice. We ran the wheels off of it. Me and my daughter went to see her best friend up in Idaho Springs, Colorado. My daughter wanted to play in the snow, which meant that we went off road so she could go play in the snow. And a 4-door luxury car. Which that brings me to another topic. That car with a big 3.8 liter V6 with a 4-speed automatic transmission. Big 4-door car that would seat 5 people with a trunk full of luggage. On the highway running 65, 70 miles an hour, I would get 30 miles to a gallon. My Toyota, which is probably 700 or 800 pounds lighter, half the size of the engine. And it's 16, 17 years newer. I get 35 to 40 on the highway. Why? A modern car should be getting 50 miles to a gallon. The Prius only gets 60, and it's a hybrid. Well, I don't think we're going to get a sunrise this morning. I was hoping so. But as always, nobody wants to watch my live streams. I don't get it. Almost 7,500 subscribers on my channel, and nobody wants to watch. This white and silver Billy is 26-story tall. Whew. Okay, everybody, I'm going to end the live stream since nobody wants to watch. Peace.